All right, well, welcome everybody to Carvis Twig's Bird of the Day. I'm Carvis Twig, and I am joined once again by my best bull, Bentai, the
Hello.
Bentar VT.
Ha.
And today, we've got a great little bird of the day, a wonderful bird of the day. Today's bird of the day is the American woodcock. Yes, we're talking
Hmm.
about a woodcock today from America.
It's quite the beak on that
Oh,
woodcock.
that's quite the beak on it. Look at these short little tail, big old beak. They're like
Almost like,
they're like the opposite of a cockatiel, because cockatiels got small little beaks and huge long tails, and these fellas are like, we don't need a tail. Show
they're
you
more a
that beak.
tripod.
Check out my beak. Got my big old beak and my big old bulgy eyes and my round little birdie body. They're pretty cute. They're pretty cute. Let me tell you about the American woodcock. The American woodcock has a lot of nicknames. They've been called the Timberdoodle. They've been called the Bogsucker. They've been called the Night Partridge. They've been called the Brush Snipe. They've been called the Hokum Poke and the Bacase. It's a lot of different names for one bird, isn't it?
Yeah,
A
those are
heck of a
all
lot of
different
different
names.
names of a bird. So one thing is that kind of that old like Boy Scout legend. We're gonna go on a snipe hunt. We're gonna go hunting snipe. Well, and they were talking about these little guys.
Huh.
These are snipes. Cute little snipes.
I always thought that was like a joke. I'll be
I
damned.
mean, I think it kind of was. I think it's like a combination of like it's an urban legend, but also something that referred to a real bird. It's weird. It's weird. I don't know how it got started. Now, personally, I like Timberdoodle. I think it's a great name for a bird.
It's a
Oh,
solid name.
Timberdoodle. I think the Minnesota Timberwolves basketball team should change their name to Minnesota Timberdoodles.
Full agree.
Yeah. Yeah. And the Bogsucker, well, that's the name that they've got, and we're going to get about why they're called Bogsuckers later. It's pretty neat. I'm not even going to try and pronounce their taxonomical data because that's just a bunch of gibberish down there. You can try and pronounce that yourself. So then, there down there we got, as you can see, this is a bird that decided to stick on the eastern half of the United States and Canada. So the orange area is where you're going to find these little fellas in the summertime. The blue area is where you're going to find them only in the wintertime. And the purple, you're going to find them year-round in those areas there. So if you live in Georgia, you probably can see them right now. Same with West Virginia and... Well, not West Virginia, South Carolina. You know what I'm thinking. South Virginia and West Carolina. Yeah, that's it.
Well, North Carolina, just run there someplace. It's fine.
Yeah. No woodcocks around where I live, around the Great Lakes right now. But that's fine. I'll see. I don't actually know if I've ever seen many of them around because they're not a very suburban or urban bird. These birds tend to be very much wilderness-style birds. They like forests. They also like really marshy areas with really soft ground. That's where they prefer to be. Now, the other things these are most famous for is their dance. And of course, I've titled this one Swiggity Swooty. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Look at him go. Yeah, the baby's joining in.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. It's so great. It's so great. It's so great. And the thing is like, they've seen males do this to attract females. But the one in this video is a female. And one of the ways that you know that it's a female is that it's got the little chickie babies with it. The mothers raise the chick babies completely on their own. In fact, we're going to that next one. We're going to start off, even though it's lower in there. Yeah, the males will be like, hey, baby, want to smash? And then they'll go to another one and be like, hey, baby, want to smash? And basically a male will just go around and mate with as many females in a season as he can. And once he's done mating, he fucks off. Because he's just like, I have no interest in sitting on those eggs. And I don't want to deal with those whiny little babies. So you know what? You can do it all on your own, lady. Yeah, deadbeat dads.
Yeah,
Deadbeat dads. Not good parental figures. Not like a crow. Not like a sociable weaver. No. No, the males are crappy fathers. Crappy fathers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bleh. But they do know that that little swiggy swooty dance, the males do that to try and attract the females. But then the females do it too, and they're not really sure why the females do it. They think they might have been doing it around their young to like teach their sons how to dance, but they're really not sure. Scientists really are not sure why the females do the dance too, because they, most of the time they walk around normal. Sometimes gotta do a little swiggity swooty.
Huh.
That's swiggity swooty. Swiggity swooty. So, you notice that their eyes are really big and bulgy, and also like pretty much directly on the sides of their head. These birds got 360-degree vision. They can
That is
see.
awesome.
They can see behind them. They can see in front of them. They can see to the sides. That's pretty neat. And that's horizontally. They have about 180 degrees vertically. So I mean that's a pretty good defensive mechanism. I mean, it's pretty hard to sneak up on these fellas. Pretty hard to sneak up on them. And I see
Imagine
it
how, like, basically from the top, I suppose, maybe.
Yeah, death from above. But despite
Yeah.
the fact that they can see things coming, more than 500,000 of them are killed every year by hunters. And it's a popular game bird. People like to shoot these guys because, being 10 to 12 inches long, that's it's about the size, like little game hens, something like that thing. So it's like you can get a little meat out of them. You pluck them a little, sell individual sized chicken for you. They got tasty meat that some humans like to eat. But so they're despite that, their population does pretty good. They usually end up having about 5 to 8 babies per year in a couple different clutches usually, and then so they do all right for themselves. Their lifespan, I didn't really talk about. It's really hard to know their lifespan because very few of they're very common prey species. So, their lifespan's usually going to be like a couple of years at most because something's going to kill them. Yeah, a little too long. But they do all right. Their populations have been decreasing, but I think they were classified as near threatened. So they're not, as it goes like least concerned to near threatened to threatened to endangered to critically endangered to extinct. So they're like second lowest level. But they do all right. There's been some conservation efforts because they've been noticing the decline in the population. So they're working on being like, hey, maybe we shouldn't hunt these so much. But of course, as true with pretty much all species that are in trouble, their biggest threat is habitat loss. Because like I said, they really like, rural areas where it's nice and heavily wooded, lots of trees, lots of soft ground. And development takes their home away. And that makes it hard to have a lot of them. That's what happens. So, I talk about they were called like the bog. What do we call them? The bogsuckers. Bogsuckers. It's because it's the way their favorite food is worms, and so that's why they like soft ground. Because they take that big old beak and they stick it right down into the ground, and then they have a real long tongue and it feels around, and the tongue like is a little bit prehensile and it'll wrap around a worm and pull it right into the mouth. So it's kind of neat. And stick the beak in the ground, open it up a little bit, and tongue out a worm. It's what they do. It's pretty neat. They also like insects too. So sometimes they'll like stick that beak down into an ant's nest and get some tasty popcorn shrimp. Popcorn ants.
Oh yeah.
Very tasty, very tasty. And one thing though is just like so they may be able to see you coming, but they're kind of stupid because when the predator comes, rather than flying or running away, they just freeze in place.
In a way, it makes sense though. If you look at that picture, their camouflaging is quite good.
Yes, that is definitely their adaptive ability. They have excellent camouflage. They hide in that brown brush and stuff, stay perfectly still. Not so easy to see. But there's been times where they find one of these guys have been crossing the road and a car comes and they'll just freeze in place and get run over. It's like, come on. So they're awfully cute. They got good camouflage. I like their hunting skills, but I gotta say, he's kind of a dumb bird. Yeah, it's okay. No, birds gotta be smarty pants. Can't all be corvids. I think they're pretty
Unfortunately,
neat.
no.
And I think we gotta go back to Swiggity Swooty. Let's see another Swiggity Swooty. Okay, enough of that. So my thoughts on the American woodcock, I think they're pretty cool. I think they're a pretty neat little bird. A bit smaller than a crow. It's just they're cute. They're funny. I love that dance. Love their dancing. Love their hunting techniques. I think they're cool. Like, okay, so when Kyoko and I were doing the bird ranking thing, there's a category I forgot to put in there. And one of the categories, like, it's where blue-footed boobies would have gone, it's where potoos would have gone, and I would have called that lovable goofballs. That should have been a tier of birds for that beer tank, is lovable goofballs. I think I would put the American woodcock into a lovable goofball. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I would agree. It totally looks, especially with that dance. That is
With
top
that
tier
dance.
goofball right there.
Super long beak. It's just kind of like, I'm not sure if I'm a stork or a duck or I don't know what I am. He's cute. Yeah, they're definitely lovable goofs. Lovable goofs. I think what other birds I might have put into lovable goof. Yeah. Maybe we'll do another tier list once I hit 100 birds.
Ooh.
Which, well, I was doing some uploading to YouTube. So for the next, 10 days, there's going to be an old bird of the day video popping up on my YouTube channel, one per day, because I just had them scheduled a day apart. So I got to the count, and my bird of the day from Monday was number 67.
Oh.
That means this is number 68.
Uh-oh.
My next bird of the day is going to be...
It's going to be a nice one, all that much.
It's going to be a nice one. So the question is, what's the sexiest bird?
Ooh, other than Corvus Twig, I don't know.
I think I found one. I think I know what my next bird of the day is going to be. But, yeah, we'll see.
I'm thinking about this now, yeah.
I stream tomorrow. If it turns out I don't have anything going on tomorrow, I think I probably will stream tomorrow, maybe do a game. I don't know. Or if I'll stream Saturday morning before Kyoko's poetry reading. It's going to be good times. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that poetry reading. Got a good poem written. Anyway, woodcock, right into the lovable goof. I like these guys. They're great. They're funny. Cool hunting techniques. Good bird.
Good bird, yes.